Say something!
Oops.
Come on, Fox! Seriously?
Bro.
For real? We practiced!
Unbelievable. My bad.
Hello, this is Fox with Say Something Podcast, and we have an amazing episode. I'm here with my amazing guests.
Sean, one and only.
Nicole.
Raj.
And this episode is super important. Are you ready? Disclaimer, we're not here to bash, we're not here to make fun of anybody, we're just here to learn from one another. With that being said, I'm going to introduce myself as Fox. You ready?
Right.
My name is Fox, so I'm a videographer, entrepreneur, and podcaster. I've been doing it for 2 years, and hopefully this podcast will go even further than what it is right now.
That's it. My name is Sean. I'm an Uber driver. I have fun. I meet different people, and it's amazing. I meet a lot of folks. So yeah, that's it.
My name is Nicole. I work very hard. You guys don't know where I work at.
Right.
And I'm working on content creating. So this is a step forward towards the the goal of content creating. And that's just it.
My name is Roger. My friends know me as Fab. I've been doing podcasting for a while now, but right now I'm joining Fox on his podcast, so glad he invited me.
And lastly, who are we here with?
Aurora. Hey y'all.
Hola.
Hey.
I'm gonna start this. Aurora, that's your name? Where are you from?
So my biological name is Renee.
Okay.
I was born to be a girl, but my biological name is Renee. So my family, my friends, everybody calls me Renee. But as I went into my transition, I kind of felt left out because I felt like other trans girls would get intros and names and stuff.
Right.
And I was just like, I want my own name. So it's just like, I came up with Aurora. Well, actually my friend came up with it. He said, I look like a Disney princess. So I was just like,
You do.
thank you. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just do Aurora. You said where I was from?
Yeah, where are you from? Yeah.
I'm from Yonkers, New York.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask this question? At what age did you feel like, did you want to transition?
I feel like I was always born with that feeling. Since young, like I feel like, you know when you're like young and like you're doing stuff and your family's telling you, more like when you're like a boy, when your family's telling you like don't do that, like that's mook, that's feminine, like da da da. So it's like I kind of like grew up with that kind of household. I grew up with that kind of family. But even when I was doing like that feminine stuff that I was told not to do, it was because I was a girl. You know what I mean? It's not because of anything else. So that was going on for like my whole life. For real. Yeah.
Is there a feeling like you know how someone could say, hey, you got a feeling, you got a bitch. Like, is there, I don't want to compare the same thing to that, but is there a feeling like, how did you know?
I feel like before you transition, you have like a couple feelings, you have a couple like epiphanies where you're just like, yeah, this is what I want to do. But it's more of like, I wouldn't say a feeling, it's more of just like a lifestyle, something that I was literally just born, like the moment I feel like, I was young and doing stuff, I just already felt like a girl. So I didn't like wake up one day and was just like, oh wait, yesterday I felt like a boy, but now I just feel like a girl. And I just ran with it. Like it was more of just like, I've always had this feeling, like ever since I was young. So even when I was being told I was a boy, in the back of my head something was telling me like, girl, like ignore that shit. Like, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But, someone here gonna hear it away. But ever since I was young, I've always had that voice behind my head that was telling me like, you're not what they're telling you, continue doing what you're doing. And so yeah, I never really had like a feeling, a wake up feeling like, oh my gosh, like I'm a girl, no. But I've had a couple epiphanies, a couple moments, a couple experiences, where like when I was like 17, 18, that's when I went like around like, I don't want to answer the question too much. Should I over answer it?
You over answer it.
I know we got bad time, so I don't want to like over it. But as far as like epiphanies and like experiences where it's just like the trans kind of clicked into my head, it was more of like when I was like 18, I was with like my first group of like trans girls or whatever, and I actually didn't even know they were trans. So if you go to the city, I'm not gonna say weird, but if you go to the city, because I don't need nobody, hating trans and like only go to this place and do whatever. But I was in the city. It was a ball. I don't know if y'all know the familiar like ballroom and stuff like that, and like balls and stuff like that, where it's like they were voguing, selling faces, things like that. I'm in that too. We can talk about it later, but Long story short, it was a ball that I had went to. I was 18. Before that, I also like snuck to private shit. But like I was 18 and I saw these girls and they were so beautiful. They were so beautiful, and I was just like, wow, this is crazy. Like I personally thought growing up, trans was just a man in a wig. Like that's how my family made me feel. Like I feel like trans was like not cute. Trans was just like, you know, you just look a mess or whatever. But then when I'm seeing these girls, it's just like I realized that this is really a lifestyle. This is really something serious. This is really something that people really take serious, and I want to do that. You know what I mean? I was always told I couldn't, or I would look crazy, or yada yada yada. And then I'm looking at them, and I'm just like, I could be that. And I became that. No shade. I became that as soon as I came.
How did your family respond
Yeah,
to you changing identities?
They're still responding. Like, there's never ever gonna be like a final response when you know, birth a boy and they become a girl. That's like, it's a big thing. So it's like they're still responding to it. I'm only 22, so I started transitioning at 18. So it's been 4 years of me transitioning. So it's pretty new. Like I'm still pretty new at doing it. Like I haven't even had like any surgeries, anything like that yet. So everything is just based off medicine. So yeah, they're still responding to it. I don't speak to my dad. Me and my dad don't speak. Me and my mom, we're best friends though. Me and my mom, we're best friends. But me and my dad, we don't speak. Me and my siblings, we're a little like rocky. We're a little rocky. There's 2 girls and 1 boy. I was only really close with one and lived with her. We're also really rocky too. And yeah.
Did it like separate you guys? Like
yeah, for sure.
family-wise?
Actually, both of my sisters, like we're pretty rocky, and that's because due to my transition and things like that. But same with my dad. Me and my dad just don't speak at all. But me and my mom are really close. She's like the closest family member I have.
Do you think you'll ever see eye to eye with your sisters or your father?
No. Cute, but I feel like with my sisters maybe. I feel like with my sisters maybe because they're my sisters, but I can't tell a grown ass man how to be a grown ass man. So
That's true.
yeah, I'm cool.
That's true.
How do you think the community can best show their support? You know,
What you mean?
with like your transition.
Like how did they?
No, I'm saying like how can they more show support? Because you know a lot of people, you know, like they don't really they just sit there, you understand, and it's like they don't really show enough support as they should. So
You mean like the straight community or
yeah, for both.
Oh.
For both.
I feel like as of recently it's been getting a little better
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to like raising awareness and like, you know, speaking out for like trans people and stuff like that. But I feel like just continue doing what they're doing, like raising awareness, like, you know, I feel like trans is like in right now. And it's like, to me it's like kind of random and I feel like it's in but not for the good reasons. But at the same time it is like, you know, spreading awareness. So I feel like with them doing what they're doing, like I don't know if y'all are into like JT. Y'all listen to JT?
Yeah.
But like she's really heavy on like trans girls, like she was on Dollhouse, like you know what I mean? So there's ways that people are showing awareness, whether I like how they do it or not, but they're still doing it. So I feel like just continue doing what they're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
What are some questions that people ask you on a day-to-day basis about you being trans?
Well, I'm on social media, so I always get questions and stuff like that. But before I got on social media, nobody really asked me anything. Like really, like nobody really asked me anything. But I get all types of questions, dumbass questions, and it's always for men. Like girls never really like have to ask me no dumbass questions. Like it's always just the men. Like they always have some, and they always ask questions they know the answer to. Like how you asked me. Yeah. Like how you asked me.
Yeah.
We gonna wake it up.
Yeah.
So
On the spot.
Yeah.
If someone is
Why? No wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah, please do.
Why did this man on this very, very rainy, happy day go and ask me, do you go by she, her?
No, because I thought I did that.
Now I'm asking you a question.
I know it's good.
Because questions like that I asked by men on social media towards me, and that to me that's a dumbass question.
Okay.
Because it's just like she, her, you know what I mean? Like I put this everywhere, you know what I mean? So it's just like questions like that.
Mhm.
Not to put you on the spot, but it was a very good example because
Yeah.
that literally just happened like 10 minutes ago.
I think,
But, yeah.
basically he was just trying to make sure that, you know, he doesn't disrespect
Yeah.
you or the community in any kind of way, and he also wanted to be informed along with informing us as well.
For sure.
So we don't, you know, disrespect him in
But-
any way, because, you know,
See, that's how I meant it. Yeah.
some people do go by they and
Right.
them. You understand? So I guess that's where he was coming
They
from
do.
with that.
Mm.
I don't.
Yeah.
And I feel like really, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but it was a really good example because I'm thinking of examples and I'm like, wait, I'm looking at one. But it's just like, you and I have been chatting for a while.
Right.
I've been posting content for a while. You've been liking the content.
Right.
We're sharing the content.
Right.
Commenting on the content.
Right.
Every time it's me talking about being a girl.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I understand y'all questions though, and I understand like in the straight community there is like a lot of like confusion, and
Right.
there's nothing wrong with asking. Really, there really wasn't really anything wrong with asking.
Right.
So excuse me if I was like little like girl, but it's just like I feel like that was a dumbass question a little bit because it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, you know what I mean? Even though you didn't meet me in person and now you met me, it's
Right,
like,
right,
you know,
right.
it could be affirming now.
Right.
But it's just like, I felt like then it was just like, girl, like you had already seen my page, you already seen my posts, like we had many conversations. So at the time it felt like that. But no, I didn't take offense to it.
Okay.
But I do respect when the trans community does, not trans, straight community does, like, you know, ask questions and they're open to learning. And that's perfectly fine, you know what I mean? But I do think that like, some questions don't need to be asked when the answer is already in your face.
That leads me to-
Sometimes.
That leads me to my question.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask, what's one thing you wish people would Google instead of asking you?
When it comes to like being trans and stuff like that?
Correct.
What do I wish people Google instead of asking? Honestly, I feel like I wish people Googles more about like when it comes to like hormone therapy, when it comes to like surgeries and things like that. You're talking about like who
It could-
would
it could
Google
be
like a
almost
straight
like
community, someone in the straight community.
Someone in the straight community, yes.
Yeah. Definitely that. Like, you know, just do research on everything in itself. You know, everyone's experience, everyone's transition is different.
Mhm.
So you can't really Google like, oh, how is this person raised or how is that person raised? So I feel like that differs and it like varies on like different person. But just general things, hormone therapy, procedures if you're really curious about things like that. Anything like that, yeah. But I do feel like I'm trying to think of like some examples of like questions that people do ask me and I'm just like, what? Definitely like, yeah, like do I go by she, her? There's other questions I get asked that I'm like, I don't mind. You know what I mean? Especially whether it's like from men or like other trans girls, they'll ask me if I got my boobs done. No, I didn't. But I you know, that's fine if they ask me that. It's actually a compliment for me, but you think I got my boobs done?
Right.
Ask me that shit. But where you got my face? I got my face done. Like I love that question. Like no, I didn't. But questions like that, I don't mind when people ask and stuff like that because that's my own experience, that's my own life. Not every trans girl needs to get those things. So if they're asking me, it's like, you know, did you specifically get it? But I just don't like questions that, you know, you may know already when it comes to like the whole trans community. You know what I mean? As in like, oh, do you go by she, her, or do you go by, you know, are you a boy, are you a girl? It's just like, come on, like, you know.
In this case, if someone is misgendering you from either the straight community or the LGBT community, how do you handle it? How do you go about it? Do you inform them, or sometimes are you dismissive, you know, or do you get offended and curse them out? Like how do you really like, you know?
Honestly,
Or it depends.
so I haven't gotten misgendered like in person in a while, but when I did, and if I do, I would know it's just because they're being funny.
Right.
Honestly, you know what I mean? I know how I carry myself. I know how I look. I know how I act. It's just like, it's just feminine. It's feminine. It's womanly. So it's just like anyone that does that and they're looking me in the eyes, I feel like they're being funny. But I don't react negatively though. I don't react
So you
negatively.
just ignore.
Yeah, because even with him, like you didn't misgender me, but even that question, like I wasn't like, I don't know if I came off rude, but I was just more asking like, what do I look like? Like I was asking a question. I was asking a question though. Like, what do I look like?
Yeah.
And he said, I was like, what do I look like? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do my pronouns look like? So it's just like, I'm not aggressive. Like, I don't fight or anything like that. Like, I like my face too much. So it's just like, I'm never gonna like, no shade. Like, I like my face way too much, child. So it's just like, I'm never gonna like, you know, combat with anybody. But it's just like, yeah, you can't fight ignorance with ignorance. So I feel like it's really ignorant if someone were to misgender me.
Another reason why I said it
Thank
because
you.
I used to work at the Color Factory and it's lot of trans community work there, and so there was a coworker that he looks like a female, but he goes by he, her, he. So that's why I said that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, sometimes it can definitely get
Yeah.
confusing for the
Right.
straight community. So, you know, pardon some of our, you know, questions at times.
No,
you
it's
know.
fine. Especially now in the setting, like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm talking to, you know, chat, the
audience.
world. We don't mean no harm, we're just trying to learn.
Yeah, we're just trying to
Yeah.
learn.
Trying to get a perspective, some insight.
Sometimes it's like, sometimes we do ask because it's like we're walking on eggshells.
Right.
Right,
Like, we don't want to offend the wrong person.
Right.
right.
Because you could say the wrong thing and just go left.
Mhm.
So I do have a question for you. So how is your dating life?
My dating life?
Yeah.
Ooh, drink.
Honestly, I love it. Yeah, I love it, honestly. I feel like right now the dating pool, regardless whether you're cisgender, trans, it's difficult. Especially if you're straight, like if you like men are tricky. Especially nowadays, I feel like dating men is just like, it's a headache.
So, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But in terms of my dating life, it's cute. Yeah, there's no complaints or anything like that.
So, like, do you date straight men? Do you date, what kind of men do you go for? Or what kind of men actually talk to you? Is there like a place you guys go to? Like, cause you know, like, we'll know, like, if you want to go to, if you're a gay man, you go to the gay club. If you're lesbian, you go to this club. If you're transgender, I don't know where to go.
Mhm.
So that's what I want to know.
Me personally, I don't know where other trans girls like find love or like find partners. Me personally, like I said, I'm on social media, so guys will always like be like, can I take you out? Can I do this, that? So I find it easier like that. I used to be on dating apps, but they were not successful. Like I don't really know about dating apps, but now that I'm on social media, just through that way, or just in person, people guys coming up to me, just asking me to go out and stuff like that. So that's how it is for me. But for other trans girls, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure like how else they will find love. But I only date straight men. Yeah, I only date straight men.
Okay.
Are you like that? Wait. No, I only date straight men because gay men like men, and men don't have yitties.
I have a question. I have a question. So, I'm trying to say, if a straight man likes a transgender woman, would he be considered gay?
What do y'all think?
Oh, okay, all right. From my perspective in this generation, in our generation, they would be labeled as such. But in the community and the way how it's blossoming, and from other people's perspective, they will still see it as, no, I'm still straight, I'm dating a woman. You know? So there's two sides to that coin.
But what do you think?
From my perspective, for this generation, so I'm very supportive. If I see one of my friends dating a trans, you know, you're dating a woman, you know, listen, you love her, I accept you. You know, I had an experience with one of my friends actually. He came out to me and he told me he was dating a trans woman. I was like, bro, that's good. You thought I wasn't gonna stop hanging out with you? He was like, oh no, because you know, people think otherwise and think that I'm gay. And I'm like, bro, if you love that woman, love her. And if she loves you the same way, it's unconditional. Who cares what anyone thinks?
But now back to you though.
Wait,
what do you think?
What was the question? Wait, I answered the question. I said I date straight men.
Sure.
So I'm for yeah.
So you would consider them straight?
Yeah. I mean, there's men that are attracted to trans women that are like bisexual, who do like men and who do like women. But in terms of like the trans girl herself, yeah, the guy is straight. It's like, despite what the trans girl has in her pants, because not all trans girls have, y'all sure it hurts, right? Not all trans girls have, you know, sticks.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of trans girls get that change,
Right.
where, you know, to their own comfortability. But, even if a girl doesn't have that done, that doesn't make a guy gay or anything like that, because that's a woman. You know what I mean?
But I feel like the masses of people, like straight people, they're gonna say because biologically it's two men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I say that.
But remember this generation that we're in.
Yeah, but you know,
But there's a difference though because, and I don't know like
You want
this is gonna make sense. I'm gonna break it down real
Yeah,
quick.
please.
Okay. So basically, so there's a difference between male and female, right? Biologically, when you're born.
Right.
Like, there's a difference between that. So I was born male, yes, right? But then when you're going into society and when you're talking about cultural terms, you know, with gender roles and all that, you're either a man or a woman.
Right.
Just because you're born male or just because you're born female doesn't mean when you get into society you're gonna fit under the man category or the woman category. You know what I mean? There's a difference. A lot of people don't understand that. There's a difference between male and man. There's a difference between female and woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Male and female is just what you was born as, what's on your birth certificate, you know, whatever chromosome you was born, whatever. But as you continue life and you're culturally who you are, that's what you are. You know what I mean? Under the gender roles and things like that. Personally, like I said, I was born male. Why? Because I was born with a. but under cultural terms, if we're speaking in gender roles and if we're speaking, you know, how I live my life, I'm a woman. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you talk about gay or like homosexuals, that doesn't mean two males. Homosexuality and like gay means two men. I'm not a man. Does that make sense or no?
That makes sense.
So like in relationships and stuff like that, I'm a woman, he's a man. That's straight. That's heterosexual. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like heterosexuality, homosexuality stuff. That doesn't have to do with like male and female things like that. That's just what we were born as. That just shows what we were born with. You know what I mean?
Okay, we just took a quick commercial break, and we are here with.
Penny Lee, hi guys.
Hey! Okay, let's start with an amazing question. My question for you is this: if a straight man has sexual relations with a trans woman, would you be considered gay or straight?
He'd be considered straight.
Can you how would you be considered straight?
Are we doing this again? Okay, this is round two. If a man gets involved with a trans woman, that's considered a straight man, unless he identifies with bisexual and pansexual and he deals with men part-time. But yeah, if a guy gets with a trans woman, that's a straight situation.
But I feel like he's gay because biologically it's both men.
Right, but no, it's not, because when you get with someone sexually,
Right.
it's not based on what you were born with biologically, those biological terms, it's what you are, you know, what you live your life as and who you are. So if I'm a woman and he's a man, then, and we get together, that's a straight relationship.
Does everybody agree with that? That includes you?
I agree with it.
I agree with you.
I agree with it.
I feel like what would you feel about someone that is only interested in, you call it trans or transvestite? What's the proper term?
Oh girl, trans woman.
Okay.
She about to get canceled, girl.
Anybody that can.
Nah, yeah.
But yeah, so I'm curious, like, let's say a straight man, forget the straight term. Let's say a man, because we're trying to identify if he's straight or not, right? Let's say a man is only interested in trans women. Does that make him, from your perspective, straight or?
Yeah, but he's still straight.
He's still straight, even if he doesn't like regular women, like not right. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
mean,
Biologically regular women.
No, yeah, he's still straight because we're just a different type of woman. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think about it like, you know how you talk about like regular women, there's emo girls, there's like punk rock girls, there's like, you know, girly girls. That's how I feel when it comes to gender too. Like, I'm a trans woman, there's a biological woman, there's different types of girls. You know what I mean? It's not just under one, you know, umbrella of just like woman. You know what I mean? There's different types of women. So there's some woman that's born with, you know, coochies. There's some woman that's born with, you know, her.
So it's more of a preference. It's just like
it's just like, like, you know, this world is more than what we know. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just type.
Do you feel like it's offensive to biological women?
What?
Calling trans women, since they can't give, like, because biological women can give birth. Trans women can't.
Right.
So
They can now.
they can't wear.
They can.
You've seen
It's
it?
called butt babies. They definitely.
Wait, what is it?
I didn't even heard of
I've
that.
Butt
never-
babies. No,
I never heard that.
What?
So what is a butt baby?
Make sure the mic picked that up.
Hey.
Like, mark for what you just said.
They called me. But basically,
I've never-
now
Me neither.
trans women, if they're interested in having, you know, a child, they can have it. Or let's say a gay man.
Did you say in their butt?
Butt
I heard you
babies?
wrong.
butt babies.
So
Where do you heard this from? What's that, university?
Oh,
Oh, no, EDU. So,
But, you know, they-
Where does the
NYU.
baby come? It comes.
Because you need a
From the butt.
uterus, right?
Guys, we gotta
How?
find out this is.
I don't know the
I
magic
don't know.
behind the science, but it's
So
very
baby's
possible.
coming out of,
Butts.
but where's the baby being held?
I would guess right in the fake uterus, because now a trans woman can have a fake uterus. It's
Okay,
very
I'm not gonna lie. So far, like, so much, I don't think that's true. Being the trans president, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I'm not gonna lie.
possible.
Because this would have been pinned to my desk.
That
That was
sounds-
true.
It sounds
Yeah.
painful.
It sounds painful.
Sounds painful.
I've never heard about this.
I've never
Butt
heard
babies.
that. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, for real.
Shit, penny
That's
second.
crazy. I've never heard
So
of
we have
that.
concept
Yeah.
in chat.
You gonna
That's
have to
amazing.
go-
I mean, if
There,
that's
go
possible,
check.
wow.
BUTT, babies.
That's kind of,
But is the man just holding the baby, or are we saying the actual birth process,
Actual
like the
birth
child
process.
forms inside the man's
So-
body?
Yes,
The man's
yes.
that's
body.
kind of crazy.
The man's body is in the trans girl's body?
That's correct.
Oh.
Yes.
Nah.
I know it's shocking. Look, were y'all shocked when y'all heard that a trans woman could actually get a sex change? Were y'all shocked at that?
Nah, but that's
No,
surgery.
that's
That's plastic
surgery.
surgery.
No, but it's still, isn't it still fairly new? Like,
No.
years from years?
It's been a thing since like the 80s.
Oh, since the 80s.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's not.
It's not nothing new,
Yeah.
but you know.
How do you feel about trans women using like men's bathroom
No,
and getting called out for it?
that's dumb. No.
So no, you don't support trans women going into men's.
No.
Why is that?
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Not judging, but I'm saying like, why would, if a trans woman is going to a men's, like, why would that even be a thought? Like, why would that even be a thought? Like, if you're serious about your transition, you're serious about your lifestyle, you're serious about what you got going on, why would you go into anything man? That's the meaning, that's degrading to yourself. Yeah.
Why are you basically acknowledging?
Yeah, you're like going with along, like, oh, I'm a man, but I'm just wearing a dress and I look cute. No, I would never. I stopped doing that a while ago. And I honestly, when I was around, like, you know, trans girl stuff, I used to do that. I used to go in, before I, like, started my transition, I used to go into the men's restroom, and one of the trans girls, like, actually, like, slapped my arm, they're like, girl, what did you do? And I was just like, I'm using the bathroom. They're like, girl, in the men's, like, what's wrong with you? And I'm just like, oh, like, you know, I don't want any problems. I don't want to go in the women's bathroom and have any problems. They're like, no, girl, if you go into the men's, that's going to be some big problems. You know what I mean? There's going to be bigger problems. You know what I mean?
Right.
Problems you might not even walk out of. Like, that's just not what it is. Like, if you're really serious about who you are, it's and you're affirmed with who you are, nobody can tell you anything. You know what I mean?
Why do you think they did it?
Who?
The people that went into the bathroom.
Like the trans girls?
Yeah.
Like your rhetorical question?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why they would do that. I don't know no trans girls in my life that go into men's restrooms, but probably.
No, I said probably you're not comfortable yet. I don't know.
Probably, yeah.
That's what I would think.
Okay, but they still shouldn't do it. Like if they were to ask me, you know what I mean? Like that's just my thing. Like you can do whatever you want. Anybody can do whatever they want. But if I see a trans girl go into a men's bathroom, I'm not about to like pull her and force her to go to the women's. You can do whatever you want, but don't say I didn't tell you so. I'm telling you, like I don't think that trans girls should go into men's bathrooms. No. Yeah.
I agree with that.
You know.
I don't want no problems in that.
Yeah.
By the way, butt babies are not real.
Right.
Butt babies.
According to ChatGPT.
No, I'm about to go. Do you have service? So I can Google that?
Where you
Yes.
got that from?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Someone might have lied.
Nah, I seen that on Rana and White. Hold on.
No, that's not crazy.
I don't know, brother. Sounds painful.
We're about to do this fact check.
I don't want to come on this one. Never mind.
Did you see yourself having
Let's
kids?
ask
Me?
Yeah.
Chat.
No.
Let's ask Chat.
Chat.
Yeah,
So much
I'm
money. I'm not gonna lie.
Butt babies.
What if you were really rich?
I read an article
What if
about
you were
butt
really
babies.
Both really
We
rich.
ain't never heard no damn thing about a damn butt babies.
Oh.
Tell him
Maybe.
that
But right
this is
now, no, I don't want
that's
to.
not a thing.
Mm-mm.
It might be a thing.
It's not.
Right?
I'm gonna look it up. I
I think
have
people
no
should think more like
service
that
right
though.
now.
You know what I mean? Before
And I
having
want
kids,
to.
like if you have the money for it, why you gonna
She's
have
telling me
kids?
who is wrong.
So that's just
I'm
my
saying, like I'm Googling,
Mhm.
and Googling's not
Googling.
He's still on everything. The
Yeah.
butt babies are a thing.
Let's just listen to what ChatGPT
Yes,
said. And
please.
it's not to invalidate you because maybe.
Oh no,
You
go
never
ahead.
know.
Go ahead.
Right.
He's not God.
No invalidation. Go ahead.
Short answer, no.
That's bad.
Does not have a uterus or ovaries, so she cannot become pregnant by any route. And more specifically to the slang you're using, there is no such thing as a butt baby.
Oh man.
I want to find that article. I'm going to find that article.
All right, well, yeah, find the article, because that's really.
Do you, is the Wi-Fi here? Like, is Wi-Fi?
I'm on the Wi-Fi. It's DYV and NYC.
How do you feel about trans women working in like strip clubs as bottle girls? Do you feel it takes away from
Oh my
the
gosh,
business?
are you talking about the story about my friend?
Yes.
Wait,
Don't
wait,
say your
wait,
name. Don't say your name.
No
Yeah,
names.
that person.
No names.
Okay.
No names. No names.
Why? No, that's like a copyright thing?
I feel like
You just don't want to shed. You don't want to shed too much.
I thought you said that you did this.
I wanted to, yeah, but
Oh, I'm confused.
she never responded to
okay.
me.
Reality switch. Okay.
Right.
Wait, you know her?
Yeah.
I can't tell the sunglasses on who you talking to. I was answering. Let me shut up. I'm looking straight. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, yeah, but that person, how do you feel about that person working in that establishment?
Child, she's a bad bitch. She
Okay.
is a bad bitch. If the club really wanted money,
Mm-hmm.
they would have hired my good girlfriend.
Okay.
No shade. She is a bad bitch. No shade.
She's still working there?
No, she got fired. Like she couldn't. It was that one night that I had asked her to work there. I don't know the full story. But from what I know is that they had asked her to. So someone did, a promoter or something, and they spooked her teeth. Someone told the guys or whoever was hosting it. Oh well, she's trans. Yada yada. So yeah, she couldn't work there anymore. But it was just that for that one night. I don't think she was working there before. No.
What do you feel about trans women playing, actually playing sports in actual women comp, like either Olympics, anything women are playing, like it could be volleyball, it could be swimming, it could be WNBA. Do you feel like it's okay?
I was never like into sports, so even when that topic came up, I'd like look the other way. So I'm just like, I don't know shit about shit. But off the top of my head,
You don't
I feel
like
like
wait, you don't feel like it's cheating? Kinda?
I think it depends. Like I said, everyone's transition is different.
Right.
If you just started hormone therapy yesterday, you still have the physique in the body of a male.
Right.
You know what I mean? But with hormone therapy, like it literally changes our bone density, it changes our muscle, changes our stamina, it changes everything. I can't do a lot of the things that I was never like athletic or anything like that. But while the boys were playing and stuff, I was braiding hair, like I was that type of bitch. So it's just like I was never the one to really be active. But even with that being said, like my bones, like my body has changed. You know what I mean? Like it's just changed. I even feel like my feet got smaller. Like there's a lot of things that go with hormone therapy that I feel like a lot of people need to research. But it depends. If a girl has been hormoning for like 20 years, 15 years, I feel like her body is suitable enough to
Because there was an incident before a guy was transitioning to a woman and he got into women MMA, but he was breaking all their jaws, so they had to kick him out. Kick her out, sorry.
Do you know how long she was in hormone therapy?
Nah, I have no idea. But she broke about 7 girls' jaws, and they were like, yeah, you're like, if you saw her, she was like overly stocked.
Yeah.
So they told her, yeah, that's a banger. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh god.
It happens.
Right, like I don't know, everyone's transition is different, you know what I mean? Some people transition a little different, like later in their life.
Right.
You know what I mean? I transitioned at 18, 19, so it's just like things like I didn't really hit male puberty, or I didn't finish male puberty, you know what I mean? But some people, yeah, they do it after male puberty. They don't have a beard, all that, gain muscle, and then they're like, okay, no, I'm gonna transition, and then they have to, take hormones and really break down their body. But some people are different. So she probably started very late. So it's just like, her body didn't catch up to it yet, and she still had yeah. But that's not for all girls.
Do you feel like, I don't know if you're into politics, but Donald Trump tried to put a ban to women using, like you said, doing the hormone thing in the military. He felt like basically felt like if they're transitioning and then being in the army at the same time, they're like, yo, he thought or thinks that they're not going to perform to the highest extent. So I don't know if you know about it, but what do you feel about that?
But that's funny because Donald Trump is a misogynist anyway. So it's like if he's against,
You know that.
right? So if he's against like trans girls getting hormone therapy and he feels like that's gonna make them weak. He's basically calling like women weak because we're taking hormones and we're doing things for our body to regulate to a biological woman's body. So you know what I mean? So that's kind of like fucked up in both ways. So that's an attack. Him just saying that as an attack on trans girls and biological girls. But I don't think. Well, no. I do think that girls in the military should take hormones. People in jail, girls in jail, girls in the military. It's like nothing should stop you from transitioning and being who you want to be under any circumstance. Yeah.
Do you feel that trans women are taking all like the straight men's taking all the straight men?
What? Like from the transgender girls?
He's speaking facts. There's a lot
There
of
is
guys that
there
date
is
trans.
noise that is happening.
Mm-hmm.
There is noise amongst the the birdies about,
I mean,
How do you feel about the jealous girls?
I mean, I feel like if you're jealous, if you're black, because I've definitely ran into, that's kind of why me and my sisters are kind of rocky a little bit, because of things like that.
Right.
And no shade, I'd be jealous too, honestly. I'd be jealous too. If I wasn't really like certain with myself, I'd be jealous too because you was born a boy. And you look fucking beautiful. Like, I'd be mad too, especially if I was born a girl and I don't look beautiful. I'd be mad too, honestly. So I can't even be hypocritical, like, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be mad too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm turning it, you know what I mean? Like, I was born what I was born as, and whether you know it or not, it's like, you can't deny, like, my prettiness. So it's just like, I'd be mad too. But I do think that cisgender girls who are upset or who do feel like, oh, you're taking the straight men away from us, it's just like, bro, you're taking yourself away from you. You know what I mean? Like, that's just like, like, that's literally what it is. Like, you're worried about men, no, girl. Like, you're taking yourself away from you.
Alright. Lock it!
Take your time.
What's the difference between a transvestite and a transitioning woman? What's the difference between those two?
Transvestite?
Transvestite.
That's
Transvestite?
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
it all term?
Somebody that
Yeah.
dresses.
Yeah, like
It's
a
just
cross-dresser.
way of dressing.
I mean, it's not a hermaphrodite.
A hermaphrodite?
Yeah.
Hermaphrodite is when you were born with a
Two
different gender.
genders, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was born with both.
What?
Okay.
Hermaphrodite.
Two.
Jamie Lee Curtis is a hermaphrodite.
Really?
Really?
The actress. I mean, I hope that wherever I Google that,
I never heard of that
that
either.
is something that is like on Google.
Wow,
Jamie Curtis
that's
is born.
interesting.
Yeah. But there's a big difference. When you transition, like a transgender,
Right.
trans is when you transition from one gender to another.
Okay.
If you're a hermaphrodite, you're both. Like, you know what I mean? You're both as in like, you have both. So it's like, you can't really like,
What did you say about transvestite?
it's like cross-dresser, like you're
Oh,
like,
That's not like a
Disguise.
basically
Not a
what did you say earlier?
disguise. It's not a disguise.
To like women.
like a drag queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah, it's all the same
So
thing,
like
like drag,
RuPaul?
transvestite,
Yeah,
cross-dresser.
RuPaul.
You know, when guys are like, 50 and they are playing in their wife's closet when she's away, that's a cross-dresser.
For real.
But no, be real,
I know
right?
some people.
Yeah.
Damn, like
Them
that?
white men in the
Yeah.
penthouses, you know,
Straight men I know that do that.
calling on trans girls to do certain things to them.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are cross-dressers, but I'm a trans woman. I wake up and go to sleep with titties on my chest. That's the difference. You know what I mean? I don't just wear an Amazon breastplate for pictures and then take it off. Like, I don't do that. That's like drag queen, cross-dresser, you just dibble and dabble in girls' clothing.
Right.
I am the girls' clothing.
Period.
Ooh,
Right, yeah.
period.
Just
Lock
curious,
it.
how much does like a transitioning? How much would that cost?
It depends where you are. It depends where
That's a
you
good
are.
question.
Because I have a friend. He
Take it
now he used to be a she, but then this is removed.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's got like muscles now. With the testosterone pills. So how much do you think that would cost? Like estimate?
I don't know much about like the trans man
Yeah.
transition.
Yeah.
I know they go through like their own stuff too, so
Right.
I wouldn't know. But for me, I'm from New York, so hormone therapy is free.
Okay.
Yeah, if you speak to the right doctors.
Really? That's amazing.
Why is it?
Mm-hmm.
I never
Hormone therapy
heard
is free, and like plastic surgery is free too.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
For that, my part.
For everything. So
Hey, I can't even get my
um,
tooth pulled. I got
yeah. Well, you gotta get Oh, I don't know about all that, but more like.
So let's tell everybody, what insurance is covering the gender change?
So it's called a Medicare. So a Medicare covers, your surgeries and stuff like that. You may have to pay a fee depending on like certain things of how much you make and stuff like that. But for the most part, for the girls I know that I grew up with and stuff, yeah, they get their face done for free, BBL, breasts.
Are you referring to only people that want to change genders or anybody?
Oh, not just anybody. You have to be trans.
You have to be trans,
Oh,
right? Yeah. So they
good.
take that as a serious.
So y'all got your own insurance?
That's not.
Yeah, we have our own insurance.
That's
I just have a
crazy.
quick
That's
question.
crazy.
It's just, and this is like off topic, but let's say if my sister wanted to get a BBL, can she like lie and say that she's a trans man and want to get a BBL?
No.
How would they know though?
Yeah,
They would
how do they
know.
know?
They probably
Wait, no, 'cause
check.
you need a
They
history.
probably
You need
check.
a history of hormone therapy when they prescribe you hormones and stuff like that.
No, it's a
all
serious-
on record.
You
Hey,
can't
take
just
a
go in
sip
there
from
and be
me.
like, listen, I need free boobs.
And they could just check. They could just check with like scans and tests and stuff like that. That
And I imagine on their license.
Oh, because she
Yeah.
doesn't have like the
Right.
masculinity, like the pill, the hormone pill for the masculine stuff.
Yeah, you just need a lot of things that you get from the doctor to prove that you are that. You can't just walk into a clinic and
Oh,
be like,
okay.
Yeah, they
So you would have had to already start the process of
Okay.
transition.
Paper trail.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even for trans girls, we can't get the surgery until we do over a year of hormones.
Okay.
So I'm eligible of getting it, but I wasn't.
Is that something you're looking forward to do?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you didn't do that
But, like,
the full surgery?
I didn't do any. Wait, what?
You said you got your breast, right?
Mhm.
But you didn't do down there yet?
No, I didn't get my breast done.
Oh, you did?
That's-
Oh, that's from hormones.
Yeah.
Got you, okay.
No, I'm saying you're gonna zip soon.
There.
Yeah. Are you? Is that something you're looking into?
Yeah.
You never know. People have different preferences. It's not like that.
I don't really know. I mean, I'm still thinking about it and stuff like that. But I feel like personally, like, we're not gonna get to the nitty gritty of certain things. But I don't do certain things, so I don't really need to do, certain things.
I know exactly
But-
how you say that.
Right, and I said I also said I don't want kids, so no shade is kind of giving like zip zap. But I'm still young, and honestly, I'm one of those trans girls where it doesn't bother me. I'm not like looking at it and I'm like,
Don't rush that decision.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's really
Big
it's
decision.
nothing to rush. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's nothing to rush. But the other stuff, my face, my breasts, my boobs, definitely getting done soon.
Your face?
For sure.
And you're gonna do
Your
your
face? What
boobs?
are you doing to your face?
Thank you. There's a lot.
It's beautiful. What are you doing to it?
Thank
What-
you.
What could you possibly do?
I want my nose done. I want my jaw shaved. I want my Adam's apple removed. I want my eyebrow bone like shaved down.
Yo, I can't.
Why?
No, listen, whatever you want to do.
Thank
You literally look so
painful.
feminine already.
I'm grabbing
But even women want that stuff done. So
Exactly.
It makes sense.
That look is kind of in, you know what I mean? Some people just want to look vixenated and, look like that. I'm still trying to figure out what my aesthetic is, but I wouldn't mind. Yeah. No, that's really good. I got it.
When you apply for all this plastic surgery, right? Do you have to go through like a psychological evaluation? Really?
Yeah, so before you get hormones, it's
Why
kind of
do-
like a therapy.
Why do they do that?
Because they consider us a mental illness. Yeah, they.
Nah. 'cause-
I didn't give that.
That's what because that's the talk.
No. That is the perspective from back then, though. That it was considered a mental illness.
Still the talk.
I know it's still
Yeah,
still, but the way
before
how
I got therapy, I had to go into my doctor was actually really nice. I still have her. She didn't I already have my own therapist on the side. I feel like everybody needs a therapist, regardless, trans or not. But I already had my therapist on the side. But she kind of had to do a little quick minute therapy session with me, and she had to write down what it was. But she was like, "Girl, I rarely do this anymore. Like, with you, I just have to write down that I did it because I know what you are. You know what I mean?" But back then, it was like a big thing.
They need to change that policy. Though.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I feel that is discrimination.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mental ill is a little much.
Yeah, that's too much.
Maybe check in with the mental health, but referring to them as mental
Yeah,
ill
mentally,
immediately is
yeah, that's kind of dragging.
Because you know how when someone goes to the doctor and they're suffering with anxiety or whatever, and the doctor has to refer you to a therapist and
Correct.
stuff like that. I don't know a lot of doctors that just prescribe you shit off the bat. You may have to go to a psychiatrist and stuff like that. It's kind of the same process, but not that extreme. The doctor that you're talking to that you want hormones from, they're just gonna have to give you a therapy session and just make sure that you really are that. without giving the medication. 'Cause you know, transitioning requires medication.
Correct.
So it's like they think that therapy is important because, you know, they're treating something or like they're healing something within us, but it's just like, no, like transitioning is just, you could get hormones off anywhere, honestly. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Wait, what?
Nah, with the insurance, with the free insurance, the hormones, all
Yeah.
no. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Only in New York though. Only in New York with the Medicare and the insurance situation. If you're in Dubai and you're trying to transition, baby,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
enough.
That's not-
No,
not
no,
gonna lie.
say no.
It's true
Yeah.
what Beyonce says. Who runs the world? Girls.
Right.
No, we definitely do.
Then trans girls and girls.
We definitely do.
Are you religious?
I believe in God,
Okay.
but I don't go to church and eat bread and stuff.
Your family does?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they probably think,
Is that why you're rocky with your family?
Your father.
I know
Yeah.
religious people.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
the top.
He's not really religious. He's just child.
Old school?
Yeah, all of a sudden he's religious now that I'm trans. You know, he's like that type of
Yeah.
situation. He wasn't religious before, child. But now he's devoted to God. But right, like now he's looking up to something. Like, girl, he was looking down this whole time.
Wow.
But yeah, but my grandma, she's really religious, and I'm Caribbean, so I'm from Trinidad, so it's just like they're very
Okay.
religious.
You're from Trinidad?
Period.
Child, yeah.
100%?
I thought you was Puerto Rican.
No.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm half Trinidadian, half Nicaraguan. So my dad is Spanish and my mom is black.
Can you speak Spanish?
No.
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 Can you make roti?
Yo.
Why?
That's so true. Already trying to solidify a meal.
Right.
I was trying to find food.
That's funny, but no.
The Haitian patties are good.
I want some.
I like the hairy fish. Yes.
What about the arms open?
Yo, they talk about food.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, just talking about food.
You should
Next time you come, bring some doubles.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I don't know how to cook.
Wait.
What do you mean?
That's
You-
not woman to me.
Wait. Hold up.
Y'all like, wait, hold up. You know.
What do you eat? Like, does someone cook for you?
That's
Or
a question.
Child, what do I eat? I rarely eat for real, but like when I do eat, it's just like, you know, regular things. Like I'll Uber eat something a little
So what
bit.
So you don't cook for your boyfriend?
Yeah, what you
Yeah.
One man. The kid was a rolling babe.
yeah.
The kid was a rolling babe.
Maybe
The
she-
kid was a rolling babe. One man. What happened? Huh?
You would ask them to buy something like this?
Yeah, like take out stuff like that. You know.
You
But-
gonna learn together?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I don't talk to my family. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't talk to my girl for real. Like, she not about to sit me down and, you know, teach me how to like cook and stuff like that. No.
Yeah.
You're still young though, right? How old are you?
I'm 22. I just turned
You're
22.
young. You could still learn how to cook.
Do you want kids?
TikTok.
No.
So my kids, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Ever?
Yeah, no, I don't want kids. No.
You don't want to
Why
continue
is
your
that?
legacy?
Why?
No. I did a good job. I'm good. Yeah.
They probably changed our mind, you know?
Yeah, probably just down the line.
Because you're still young, you're 22.
You're so young.
That's what I'm saying, down the line, of course not now, but down the line.
I don't know, but I don't really see myself wanting kids. I see myself getting with a guy that already has kids, yeah. That'd be a cute stepmommy. Like, you know.
You just want the access of coming and going, whenever you.
Right, yeah. But like I like the peace. I like, you know, having my own money.
No
and stuff
responsibility.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Fair
that.
enough, fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you working currently?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have issues at your job right now, right?
No.
Cool.
No issues. Yeah, no issues. Everybody respects me for me.
Question.
Mhm.
Okay. Women go through a lot of sexual harassment in the workplace. Do
Mhm.
you experience that?
Or have you?
Or have you experienced it?
No.
Stalkers?
No. Well, of course, yeah.
Ah.
Oh, stalkers?
Yeah.
Where do you work, if you don't mind?
Oh, I can't close that.
Okay.
Okay, that's too much of a vision.
Gotcha.
But they
I just had a soccer girl.
Oh my God. What type of field, though? Can you say the field? Not the place.
I work on desk.
Front desk, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, stalkers though?
Not currently, but yeah, like
You
this
had.
is not like severe stalkers where like they're following me home and stuff like that, but it's kind of like stalker moments. You know what I mean? Like the stalker moments where it's just like a guy will see me one time and it's like, hey, hi, or whatever, and An hour later, he's coming back to the job for what? Oh, like
He's trying to get the number.
Like that happened. Like that literally happened like last week. Like he had delivered packages. Like okay, good. Then he came back and he was just like, oh, I just came back for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, don't do that.
That's one thing about being a female that sucks is the scariness of
Workplace.
that 24/7. Not even workplace, just life, just men,
Yeah.
just constantly.
And then when they know where you work, it's so much more dangerous.
Oh my
It's
god.
like you don't even want to fight back too much because just like, child, like if you fight back too much, it's like they know where you work at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like they kind of have like the upper hand.
You know what I like to say to men? I'd be like, my brother, he's a cop, he lives right here, it's so funny, he lives right here,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Or like, yeah.
I'll just lie and be like, oh, my man's on the phone or whatever, and it'll be like my
Yes.
good friend.
Scare them with another man.
Doing the deepest
That's
voice
the
you could do.
best way. Oh, yes.
That worked last week. No,
Do you
literally,
do
he
that
told
on
us
purpose?
that. What?
You switch out your voice and just.
Oh, me, my voice. No, I was talking about my friend.
Oh, okay.
This is my real voice, bro. Yeah. I want to get that changed too, though.
Why?
How you do that?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
To
Go
change
to
your
Claire's.
voice is easy.
Wait, what?
You go to Claire's to get it done.
Claire's the jewelry store?
Now I'm playing. You.
Wait, no, you could naturally change your voice.
You could actually, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Like voice therapy and stuff.
Yeah.
Hormones, or you can talk it out like,
Hormones will change your voice, though.
You said,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't talk like that. Not like that.
yeah.
All right, how do you feel about trans
Like
women
about smoking.
getting into a relationship with a straight guy but not telling that you're trans?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like all messy. Cause I didn't know. Cause you didn't tell him. How do you feel about
The
that?
guys always know. Like, I'm tired of that narrative too. Like, the guys always know. Like,
No,
in a relationship. Hold up.
I'm hoping.
Hold up. You said the question was in a relationship.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You're
No, don't say relationship. Nah.
Yeah. When you're, because in a relationship, you know everything about that.
Okay, yes, in a relationship.
Right?
But
like
if
a
it's,
relationship with just a man, how
if it's
you're
a one night
gonna-
stand, right?
Yeah,
And they don't know.
Mhm.
If it was a one night stand, nah, don't say relationship.
Mhm.
Just a one night stand.
Yeah.
You don't tell them you're.
This is good.
You don't tell him your gender, but he automatically think you're physical female.
Mhm.
Right.
And you guys do it, whatever, and then you tell him later on.
Mhm.
Do you feel like you're obligated to tell him?
In my experience, this is really tame. I'm actually still a virgin. So it's like when it comes to like when I said stuff like that, yeah. You think so?
Yeah.
I just respect too. I'm like, girl,
This
like,
generation, 22 a virgin, amazing.
thank you.
Accomplishment.
So it's like I don't really like if I were to get in bed with a man or like if that was like the thought, I would definitely in my experience I would tell the man only because I just don't want to die. You know what I mean? So I would tell him.
Right.
Some girls do that and they'll just fuck in the dark. Kudos to you if you got through that and like you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
But me personally, it's just like you know what I mean, like fuck it. But it's just like I personally wouldn't. If you're asking me, I wouldn't. But if guys like hollering at me and stuff, I'm not gonna just be like, hey, I'm trans. Like no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That, can I tag that on? So that is true. So I had an experience with Fox on 42nd while I was doing interviews, right?
What happened?
Right? I see this 6 foot African looking
Baddie.
woman.
Baddie.
Right? I said, wow. He said, you should go record her. Right?
Wow.
So I said, okay. I said, okay, I'm gonna go record her, ask some questions. We was doing some questionnaires. I forgot what it was on 42nd, right? He knew off bat that this was a trans woman. I did not know. And mind you, I was drunk off of like 3 drinks. So I'm talking to this, I'm like, you look fine as F and all this stuff. And she's like, yeah. And by the way, shout out to Jorkin, because that is her name, Jorkin. Cool, they're cool. I'm cool with them. Jorkin. Shout out to you. No. But mind you, I did not notice this because at first, you know, you're looking at guys, straight guys, whatever guys. You're looking at like the beauty, you're looking at her, you're like, damn, man, wow. Like for me, my perspective is like, damn, you're cute. I'm not looking at your body or anything. Okay, then what's your personality like? So after we shot and spoke, we started speaking privately, and then we started walking off. And as we turned the corner, Jordan goes, hey, I'd just like to let you know, I'm trans. I was like,
She could have kept that.
oh.
She could have kept that.
No. Out of respect. No. But it was out of respect. So I was like, we can still be cool. You know, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I'm cool. Like, but I don't have sex with trans women or any. I don't do that. Mm-hmm. And she respected that. No. So. No.
I'm with you, but I'm not with you.
Hold on. But I can honestly say that everybody on 42nd was pulling her car when I was walking.
Thank you.
Everybody. Like, I was just watching it. I'm like, and I didn't know at the point until we hit the corner when Jordan told me, like, hey, look. But I said, wow, like, everybody, and they're disrespecting me, of course. Like, and I thought it was a woman. I thought she was a woman. But
she was.
She definitely was. But the fact of the matter is, I can count on my fingers 7 to 8 people. Like, yo, your shorty look good. I was like, okay. Another guy came up. Hey, you look fine. I'm like, okay, Jordan, you doing your thing.
When trans women look better than regular women. They're beautiful.
Listen.
When do you think is the right time to
transition.
No.
I know what you to explain.
Yo, Peggy, tell something. Hold on, please. No.
I like when you're
I don't know what's going on right now.
Just shut.
When to explain to a man that you're a trans woman.
When do you
That's
think,
what it is.
so when you are dating a guy and just talking or whatever the case is, when do you feel is the right time to actually tell the man, like, hey,
It depends. If you're just night out at the club, y'all just talking, whatever, y'all change numbers and stuff like that, child, you don't need to tell that man. Y'all didn't do anything.
No.
Yeah, you didn't do anything. There's a conversation. Even with that situation, I feel like she didn't even need to tell you because y'all were just on the street chilling and talking or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, why do I have to tell you, like, I'm trans just because we have a conversation?
That's right.
So do you feel like only up until you guys are about to get physical, that's when you should say something?
I feel like when it's getting intimate, because I feel like there should be a moment before that where it's just like, things are getting a little like heated, stuff like that, and you could just like let them know. But I also feel like trans girls should not be telling men in person that they're trans. That's a no-no.
What if there's feelings going, involved between the man? He's really starting to fall for you. You don't feel like right then and there you should be like, hey, and be open and.
Girl, no, because as hard as he's feeling right then and there, you can tell that man you're trans, and because he's feeling those feelings, his mind is now, I just had these feelings that I had 2 seconds ago for a trans woman, and pistol whip her.
But
like,
okay, so
you know what I
it
mean?
might not result in.
Yeah, it may not result to that.
Right, may, but that may word is tricky. You know what I mean? If I know 100% that it's gonna happen or it's not gonna happen, I'm just not gonna do it at all.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna risk, because he's so sweet and he gave me roses and he did this and that. I'm gonna tell him I'm trans.
You gotta feel it out for your safety.
You gotta feel it out, yeah. You know what I mean? And if a guy's falling that hard for me without knowing that I'm trans, he could also fall that down for me too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
So the term down low doesn't exist anymore?
it does.
Well, why? Why would it? If you're dating straight men, for me, I would think you dating a straight man, that means that man is on the down low.
No.
You would think so?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's, for me, I'm not like that. I keep it a stack. So me, personally, if a man or a straight man is sleeping with a transgender woman, I think he's gay.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah.
Do you know what down low means though? Because you said if a guy is dating a trans girl, that's him being down low with him.
I mean, sleeping with men, sleeping with women, transgender women, it doesn't matter.
But you gotta remember the definition.
Yeah, that's not what down low means.
So what would
a transvestite cross-dresses. A trans woman identifies as a woman and taking hormone pills to.
So if I identify as a horse,
Look at you being. You really informed.
I'm learning as I'm going. I'm learning as I'm going.
What?
No,
if you identify as a horse, you're a horse.
And that's it.
If
But
you dedicate your whole life to being a horse 24/7, then you might be a horse.
eat carrots, you gonna push everyone around 47?
Listen, if that's the job that's applying, right? So, but the thing is, like, who made up these terms? Like, that's why because I want to learn. Like, I need to understand who made up these terms. Who started those terms?
Men.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Who started?
Actually, it dates back.
No. Who started on pronouns? No, pronouns is in early 2000s. Pronouns wasn't a thing. It wasn't a thing at all.
No, not pronouns.
When?
So when I refer
What year?
You said it doesn't exist in early 2000s. I'm referring to you and I say he, him.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't exist in 2000?
But early
Yeah,
2000s?
Nah, not for me.
When you speak in conversation,
Yeah,
you're like
definitely.
he's doing this, he's doing that. And
Yo,
you're in the room,
but-
like, oh,
like,
like,
an example.
that still exists.
Yeah.
Nah, I understand that, but as far as like they, them,
Like-
it doesn't make sense.
He's
to me.
referring to the new pronoun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I can't say, hey, I can't be like, I'm chilling with my girl, my homegirls or some shit, and be like, yo, they coming through, and only one person shows up.
Right.
That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
You just
That
did
doesn't
it.
make
You
sense.
just did it though.
When?
Just now, you just said they're coming through. They're one person, but you just
But
said
when you say it
they.
doesn't make sense, like you feel like the people you're speaking to wouldn't understand you? What do you mean it doesn't make sense?
No, like if that person, if they want to be, if their pronouns is they,
Right.
they for me means multiple
It
people.
has two meanings though now.
Yeah.
It used to have one meaning, now
that's
that's two
the
meanings.
problem. Who
I guess I'm
started
just
it?
saying like this
Who
is
started
what the
any language?
confusion is.
Who started any word?
Honestly, I'm gonna say I think men did. I feel like it's men. I don't know if it dates back to like white men, but I feel like it's men. I feel like men are the ones that put labels on everything. Men are the ones that make a bigger deal of shit. Like I feel like honestly, like I feel like if it was a world full of women, there would be no labels, no names, no none of that. It would just be living. You know what I mean? I feel like men are so concerned and men are so black and white about things and yes or no. And you know what I mean? It's like I feel like women are just so like versatile. They're just so out there. Like this wouldn't be a thing. So I feel like it dates back to literally just men. Like just wanting to control shit and wanting to tell people who they are and what they do and how they feel and how to like. I just feel like it just goes back to men.
I want to comment on that and say, I think it's also just humanity's incessant need to try to label and box every fucking thing when some things cannot be labeled and some things can't be boxed. You know, it doesn't matter. All these terms that are made up, like you said, by people, whether it be men or women, they're just terms. It's us as humans trying to identify, okay, that's a table, now I feel comfortable that that's a table. This is a microphone, now I feel comfortable.
Right.
But I don't find comfort personally in labeling things. I find comfort from vibes, from, you know, someone's personality or who they are,
Right.
or what something is. If that bottle's broken and it tastes like shit, then I'm gonna throw it out. If it's good and it tastes good, which it does, shout out to the liquor, then I'm gonna drink it. So it's just, you know, humanity has a need to label things, I feel, sometimes unnecessarily. That's just my perspective.
But also, not to bring it back up, but like you did bring the down low conversation up, and that definition was so wrong. No, Jay, like, not true. But like that was so wrong. Like down low, like when you're down low, when a man is down low, that means when he's dealing with a trans girl, a gay man, anybody in the community, and he doesn't want to be perceived as such. He doesn't want to, you know, be seen and known
As
with the
something.
person that they're with. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So that's down low, you know what I mean? Oh, meet me in the car at 2 a.m., like, you know, yada, yada, we do this, that, and then you gotta get out. That's like a down low man, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you're a man dating a trans girl, you're not down low. That doesn't make you down low. You know what I mean? If you're a straight man taking a trans girl out on dates, you know, giving her flowers, you know, loving her, praising her in person, in public, that's not down low. Down low is that, like, you know,
Yeah.
that night shit. Yeah.
What's the difference between cisgender and transgender?
Yeah, I don't know.
Cisgender?
Yeah.
Cisgender is when you were, you know,
What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
cisgender is like a biological girl. You were born a female, you were born with a booty cat. And then transgender is us transitioning from one to another.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We were
Oh.
born male. We were born male, and now we're not.
Right.
Wait, so.
Question? Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Would you prefer if there were no labels for all this stuff and we were all just living, as you said, like how you said women more so think? Like there's no, you're this, you're that, and tranny, that's like, all the different terminologies, he heard enough. Would you prefer if we were all just like living and existing without the terms, or do you like the terms?
I feel like if we existed without it, that'd make my life like way easier because then I could just be who I am and just call it a day. But I feel like, yeah, I honestly would feel like living in a world like that would be better. I feel like it would be beneficial to all of us. You know what I mean? Because even like, I don't know if you've ever been through this, but even for like a man, it's just like, you could be young and like I made this point earlier, like you could be doing something feminine and someone's telling you that's too girly, that's too feminine, that's too, you know, you're not a woman, you're a man, and you may like want to do something but you were told not to. And I feel like again, like that comes with the terms and like, you know, people putting in notions in your head that you have to be a certain way. I feel like we live in a world where that didn't exist. I feel like that'd be better on everybody. But it's too late for that. No shade. It's way too late.
Humans are too stupid for that.
It's like the old school way, you know, like I don't know how you guys grew up, but when I grew up, pink is for girls, blue is for boys. So you learn from your parents, and that just It trickles down. It's a trickle.
But
It's a
you
trickle
know,
down.
a rapper changed that, right?
Well, right.
Like Cameron.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know that. Yeah, after we got, I wear pink. I don't care. But I'm just saying, that's how you look.
That's what it's associated with.
Like that.
Correct.
Yeah, because the same shit. Like, I only went to church because of my parents. But as I got older, I started learning more shit. I kind of.
And that's what life is about. That's what intelligence is. It's figuring shit out for yourself.
Churches.
But do you feel like? So if you live your life how you live your life, why don't you just say just don't call yourself trans? Just say you're a woman.
I can say that. I mean, like, it depends who I'm talking to and stuff like that. I don't just go around being like, oh, I'm trans woman, like I said. But if you're talking to me, you're chilling with me, we hanging out. It's like I'm not putting trans on my forehead. It's like, you know, I am a woman. I'm a different type of woman, yeah, but it's just like I'm a woman. But I don't like run around just telling everybody like, hey, I'm trans or whatever. If I'm dealing with a guy in the moment. Like I'll deal with a guy in a club or whatever, and he was all over me. He was all over me. If he knew I was trans, I don't know if he was still gonna be as over me as he was. But I didn't really give a fuck. I didn't think he was that cute. But he, you know, no shade, like, you know what I mean? But it's just like he was all over me or whatever. I ended up telling him I was trans afterward. He wasn't fucking with it. That's fine. On to the next one. Like it's really not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? So when he met me or whatever, it was just like I didn't have to say like, hey, I'm Aurora, I'm a woman. He saw what he saw. Right. You know what I mean? Like.
I have a question. Right? You are getting that experience that a lot of women get, right? When they can say on to the next. How many on to the next we're talking about? Because you know, y'all drop on like a bad habit and y'all get a next one. Woo!
Yes. I feel like it's 2026 now. Like nobody, there's less down low men. I avoid them at all costs. I don't deal with anything on men. So when it's like about like openly, you know, expressive men, child, when I say on to the next, I mean on to the next. Like that same day. Like
So
I don't.
You don't accept any dude that's coming toward you that wanna, you know, mess with you down low.
No.
Like you have to be open and proud to be,
Yeah.
you know.
Because there's also some guys that fetishize that and only want to be with you just because, you know, you have titties on the top, dick at the bottom. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like I try to avoid men like that because it's just like I want a man to like me for me. You know what I mean? I don't want a man to like me just because he like how certain things feel and stuff like that. So it's just like, yeah, when I tell them next, I really mean that for real. And it's really not that hard. I feel like that's one thing I do want to tell trans girls, like, have that mindset that on to the next is a real thing and you could really move on. Like, because what I was told before I transitioned, like, oh, girl, like, your love life's gonna be hard, you won't find a man, like, people are gonna look at you as a woman, but then you have that. That is not true.
We're in 2026, that is not true.
That is not true at all. That is not true at all. Like, I feel like any man now is holding hands with a trans girl in every corner. Every corner I turn, a trans girl got a boyfriend. I'm like, damn, like, it's really normalized nowadays.
Yeah,
it's
it seems like the love life is flourishing. I don't understand why they.
You gotta have that mindset. You gotta have that mindset as a trans girl that there's a man out there for me. There's experiences out there for me. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna just put myself with this man who don't love me, who don't care about me, who, you know what I mean? It's kind of like how like biological girls think too, though. You know what I mean? Like how y'all like you get up with a guy and he done fucks you over and you feel like that's the roof for you, that's the ceiling, but it's not though.
Right.
If you carry that mindset with you throughout your life, it's just like
Confidence.
you're gonna live. Yeah, you're gonna live your life like that. And that's just how I live my life. And yeah, I'm just always talking to somebody.
At what age?
I don't know that for good.
At what age should you transition if it's like a child?
Huh.
If they were to transition.
Wait, what?
Is there an age limit?
Do you have too much to drink?
No,
I think so.
He
He had too much cranberry.
This is why I told Payne, tell him to stop doing what you said.
If they were to transition at a young age, is there like an age limit or no?
Like for a trans child to.
Yeah.
Well, there's this big thing going around now that Trump wants to like ban hormones for trans kids or whatever.
But he started, that's what I was saying earlier, he started in the army.
Yeah, he started with the army, and now with trans kids, he wants to do that to child, but.
He started in the army, sorry for cutting you off, but he started with the army and he started with the jail. So like if remember, I don't know if you remember the story